Motion and types of motions for class 6. ICSE, CBSE and Maharashtra State Board also. You can refer to these notes of motion and types of motions. What is motion? Motion is the change in the position of an object with respect to time. An object is considered stationary if its position does not change. Examples of motion include a moving train, a flying bird, or the swinging of a pendulum. Relationship between rest and motion. Rest and motion are related because they are relative concepts that depend on the observer's frame of reference. An object can be moving in relation to one observer and still at rest in relation to another. So you can see here pictures, the stationary objects, that is objects at rest, and the objects in motion, and what all is included in the chapter motion. Types of motion. Rectilinear motion. Movement in a straight line. Like in the adjoining figure, we have shown the example of the rectilinear motion. That is, the train is moving on the track. That is a rectilinear motion. Examples of that: a coin falling from a building, a car on the straight road. So these are few more examples given here. Now, circular motion. An object moving along a circular path. Examples: the moon revolving around the earth, the blades of a fan. So you can see here the circular motion, even the spinning wheel, then the wheel of a watch, you can say, and all these you can see them as the circular motion. Turbine also is shown here, a spinning top is shown here. So these are some of the examples of circular motion. Then oscillatory motion, or it is also known as vibratory motion. A to and fro movement around a fixed point or mean position. A child on a swing, these are the examples, or the pendulum of a clock. Then you can see here vibratory motions diagrams. Then linear motion diagram is also shown. That person is pushing a object, that is a cupboard. Curvilinear motion, then when the ball is being thrown, it is curvilinear motion, that is curved path it takes. Then oscillatory motion, pendulum. Then circular motion, the earth around the sun, or any revolution of the moon around the earth, that is also circular motion. Then rotatory is fan, electric fan, it rotates. Now rotational motion, an object spinning about a fixed axis. Like you know that the earth rotates when it moves around its own axis. The earth spinning on its axis or a spinning top. These are the examples of rotational motion. Then the periodic motion. A periodic motion means an object repeats its motion at regular time intervals. Example: a pendulum swinging or a race car making laps. So they are the periodic motion because they take at regular intervals of time. Then the random motion. Motion that does not have a fixed or predictable path. Example: the movement of molecules in air or dust particles in the atmosphere, even the movement of a mosquito, that is random motion. Or when a football player is playing, that he takes a random motion because he has to run behind the football. So that is why it's a random motion. Combination of motions. See, there are 2 or 3 motions together happening sometimes. That is, an object can display multiple types of motion at the same time. For example, a bicycle wheel has both rectilinear motion as the bicycle moves forward and rotational motion as the wheel itself spins. Now you can see the in periodic motion, even earth when revolves around the sun, it is in 365 days it happens, so it is a periodic motion. Then here also some pictures are shown which are rotational, then periodic motion, then rectilinear. Different examples are given here. Uniform linear motion is when an object moves along a straight path at a constant speed, covering an equal distance in equal interval of time. Since the object's speed and direction remain the same, there is no change in its velocity, and therefore it experiences zero acceleration. Velocity means what? You know that, children? It is the speed of the body, but the direction, it will also be explained by its direction. So direction, velocity means the distance covered in a particular direction, or the displacement of that object in a particular direction is called velocity, which is equal to speed only, but only because the direction, its magnitude as well as direction is considered here, so that is why it is called velocity. Now, examples of uniform linear motion. A car moving at a steady speed on a straight road. A train moving along a straight railway track at a constant speed. A parade of soldiers marching in a straight line at a steady pace. A boat moving on a calm straight canal at a constant speed. So these are some of the examples of uniform linear motion. Then there is uniform circular motion also. So uniform circular motion is when an object travels along a perfectly circular path at a constant speed. Even though its speed is the same, its direction is always changing. So its velocity is not constant, and it is always accelerating towards the center of the circle. Simple examples include a merry-go-round moving at a constant speed, a cyclist on a circular track, or a ball being swung around on a string. So I have shown those pictures of merry-go-round or giant wheel I have shown. So that is also circular motion, and which is uniform circular motion. Non-uniform motion is when an object travels unequal distances in equal intervals of time, or simply put moves at a changing speed. Examples: a person running in a park, a car in traffic, a bouncing ball, or a bus on its way through a market, as these all experience varying speeds. So here I have shown the uniform as well as non-uniform motions. So uniform motion means when the speed, equal speed and equal distances or equal interval of time, equal distance is covered in equal interval of time. That is in the first diagram it is shown. And in non-uniform speed, non-uniform motion means unequal distance in equal interval of time. That is called non-uniform motion. Motion itself isn't measured with a single unit. Instead, we measure distance and time, which are used to describe how fast an object is moving. The standard unit for measuring distance is the meter, and for time it is the second. These are part of International System of Units, SI unit. So speed versus velocity is shown here. Speed means any direction it can go, whereas if a particular direction is taken, then it is called a velocity. So simply, speed is the distance upon time or distance covered or travelled per second, and velocity is the distance travelled per second in a specific direction. Now, what is distance? To understand motion, we first need to know how far an object has moved, which is its distance. The SI unit for this is meter, then time. We also need to know how much time it took for the object to move that distance. The SI unit for time is the second. Speed, rate of motion. By combining distance and time, we can calculate the rate at which something is moving. For example, if an object moves a distance of 10 meters in 2 seconds, its speed is 5 meters per second, because speed is nothing but distance upon time, and that is 10 upon 2 is 5 meters per second. Now you have to do certain questions here based on whatever you have learnt in this chapter. So here first question I have given you, match the columns. So you have to match column 1 with column 2, where the different motions are given in column 1 and different diagrams are given in column 2. So you have to match them. Then identify types of motion in the diagram given below. So you have to identify these motions, whether they are periodic, whether they are circular, or whether they are oscillatory or vibratory, or whether they are rotatory. All that you have to identify. Now, conclusion of motion and types of motions for class 6 is, everything in the universe may be said to be in motion. When objects move at different speeds in a particular time interval and their acceleration changes with time, this indicates the velocity of an object does not change at a constant rate. So, this is what I have told you in this chapter of motion and types of motion. I have explained everything. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to press bell icon for my videos, PowerPoint presentation of general science topics, integrated science topics for class 6, which you will be able to, these topics will help you for your competitive exams like NSO or Young Scientist exams and many more such exams. Thank you, children. God bless you.